me to remember the divine feminine. So the divine masculine is focused on logic, while the divine feminine is focused on compassion and emotion, and the divine feminine is the life giver. And a lot of people just tend to focus on the divine masculine, and I think that that leaves a lot of other people out of organized religion, and I think that that is one of the reasons why organized religion is sort of declining. We are missing a mother figure in our spiritual lives, and I'm not saying that every religion in the West lacks a mother figure, because there are quite a few that recognizes a divine mother figure in some way, but a lot of the more popular religions, especially in America, I can only speak for America, a lot of them don't recognize the divine feminine, and I think that that's a real issue, that's a real problem that takes a lot of people away from religion. So now I'm gonna show you a really pretty rosary that I just got. This is my most recent purchase, actually, and I did edit it. I personally don't like using crosses or crucifixes in my prayer beads. It is just a personal thing, and I prefer to use prayer beads without any sort of religious symbols specifically on them for this channel, especially because I believe that religion needs to be inclusive. So I have taken the cross off and replaced it with another charm that is meaningful to me. Also, in a lot of ancient mythology, the sea is associated with the divine feminine. The sea kind of is like the womb of life in some mythology. So this particular rosary, to me, it just screams like the ocean. So I'm gonna show you the rosary now. It is primarily turquoise jasper, but it also has a big Amazonite, maybe, I don't know, I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but this is the Amazonite stone, and then this is the shell, and then it's turquoise, and this is the other charm. It has Mary on it. I think that it's important to acknowledge the divine feminine, whether you yourself align more with masculine or feminine energy. I believe that every human has both energies within all of our bodies, regardless of our gender. So I love looking at these charms and these beads. I just like having them in my hands and just looking at them. It's really peaceful to me. us to see the divine feminine that has been missing in mainstream society. Allow the divine feminine energy to be felt by us in our daily lives. Allow us to welcome the divine feminine and compassion into our lives. Help us to live more compassionately in our everyday lives and to think about the beauty of the world in terms of a motherly figure. Help us to feel the connection to our mothers, whether that be literally or symbolically or energetically. Help us to be more caring and compassionate and forgiving in our everyday lives. Help us to experience the peace that the divine feminine can bring into our lives. Help us to further respect femininity in society and help us to foster better relationships with women in our lives. Help us to feel compassion more fiercely in our everyday lives. Help us to remember our motherly figures in the world. Help us to be thankful for the feminine forces in nature in our lives and in our spiritual lives. Again, this is a traditional Catholic rosary, but I am repurposing it. So this would specifically be the Our Father bead traditionally. Thank you for helping us to recognize the divine feminine in our lives and in the world. If you want me to do a more traditional rosary video, obviously with the rosary that I've written that I feel is more inclusive, but if you would like me to do one of those with this particular prayer bead set, definitely leave it in the comments because I would be inclined to do that as well. I just love looking at these prayer beads in particular. I love how they look. I was so excited when I saw these on Etsy. I had to buy them. So, again, if you are not familiar, turquoise helps with communication. Turquoise specifically helps the throat and energies that are in the throat. It also helps you speak your truth. So, if you have problems standing up for yourself, I think that this would be a good stone to keep around. And Amazonite, I'm going to be honest, and I'm going to say that I haven't really looked into Amazonite. It is a brand new stone for me. But I think that it also helps the throat energy and communication. Okay, so I will, as always, link where I got the prayer bead set down below, and I'm also going to link the shop where I got the seashell gemstone, or seashell charm, down below too, because I got this from 2 separate shops. I think that I'm going to tap on this for a few minutes before I I go. But I hope that you enjoyed this affirmation or prayer session or whatever it is that you prefer. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe for more content like this, and leave any kind of video suggestion that might have to do with crystals or prayer beads or even like fidget toys and candy, because I recently did a video with fidget toys. So leave in suggestions that have to do with that type of content down below, and thank you for sticking with me for this long. Okay, I'm gonna move this closer to the microphone. I'm actually not sure if this is making like a noise or not, because I can't wear headphones with my setup currently, but hopefully you guys are getting some tapping noises. Maybe this one will make like more noises, the big Our Father bead. Yeah, I think I can hear that better. Also, this type of rosary, which is not like a necklace or a bracelet or anything, it's just like up and down, it is called a tenor, and it was historically popular, I believe, in Ireland when it was illegal to be Catholic publicly. So tenors are easier to hide, easier to travel with, so people could pray with them on the go and hide them different places and be more discreet. So that is the history of this particular style of prayer bead. I'm sorry, I just hit the microphone. I think I'm gonna keep doing that a lot in these videos, so I apologize. I actually think I'm gonna try to tap on the seashell really quickly. That makes an interesting sound. It's not a real seashell, it is made from clay, I believe. Alright, so that concludes this video. I'm just gonna give you guys another read up about the properties of Amazonite, because unfortunately I forgot to do that before I filmed this video. But I hope that you guys enjoyed. I hope that this video helped you relax